that time of the month again. Yes, the Ghana Black Stars are preparing in earnest for their clash in the World Cup qualifiers. And as you can see on your screen right now, this is the schedule for the Black Stars for the whole of 2025. It's a World Cup qualifying campaign which Ghana cannot afford to mess up. June, there'll be no qualifiers, but in March is where it all kicks off. Ghana will take on Chad and Madagascar, and as we already do on this channel regularly, we're going to talk about the possible starting 11. The Black Stars is not in a good place right now. Hell, Ghana football is not in a good place right now, but today we're going to try to break down our three best goalkeeping options that Otuado and his technical team will be selecting from. As usual, subscribe if you haven't, click on that notification bell to get more updates. Before we jump into it, the schedule is on your screen right now. Ghana will play 6 games in total this year, but there will be other tournaments and games in between. The Club World Cup is the reason why June there will be no World Cup qualifiers. Also, the Women's AFCON as well will be in July, and when the next qualifiers we played is in September, and then by October we know who will be at the World Cup. 6 games in 2025, same as the number of games as we had in 2024 to qualify for the African Cup of Nations. That didn't go according to plan. Hopefully this is a different story. Today we're going to look at the possible squad with the goalkeepers, and the first goalkeeper I'll mention here is Lawrence Ati-Zigi. Before you start to talk in the comments about this, yes, our goalkeeping options are not the best. Lawrence Ati-Zigi is probably undeserving following what happened in the African Cup of Nations qualifiers and our inability to qualify, but we are lagging in that department. We are lacking big time in that department. The goalkeeping is not the best. Ati-Zigi still remains one of our best options, and I have to say I'll still quote unquote put the blame on our technical team and coaching staff in not getting the best out of our goalkeepers. These are what his stats read. That's Lawrence Ati-Zigi, and now he has played 24 games this season so far for St. Gallen in Switzerland. He has 4 clean sheets and has conceded 1.3 goals per game. It's not looking so good, but his statistics are what I have just read out to you. I know Lawrence Ati-Zigi is not everyone's cup of tea, and he hasn't been my cup of tea for a while now. Short stopping, it's almost like every shot that he faces he is going to concede, and it's a worrying sign for anyone who is a fan of the Ghana Black Stars. As a goalkeeper, the last line of defense should always be so reliable. If you want to win tournaments, your goalkeeper has to be the best. But Ati-Zigi still, in my opinion, until we do some good works in that department, and there have been talks about our coach, our academies producing more goalkeepers. Until we get that happening and flowing freely for us, we'll have to make do with these options. Lawrence Ati-Zigi in the past has done well in some games. The Black Stars and football in general in Ghana is in a dip. So yes, we will be blaming players or individuals, but the systems in place, the playing styles, and everything right now is not in good shape right now. So we hope that things get back to normalcy and the Black Stars are able to shine. Lawrence Ati-Zigi is my first goalkeeper on the list. Jojo Wollacott is my next goalkeeper on the list. It's been a while we've seen Jojo between the sticks for the Ghana Black Stars. It's not been a great time since helping Ghana qualify for the World Cup in 2022. In my opinion, in some of the qualifier games he should have been deployed. It didn't happen, so that is spilt milk. I just felt that following that finger injury, he was withdrawn a bit too quickly. He had a good time with Ghana. He has had bloopers as well, but his season starts for Crowley Town reads as follows. He has played 24 games, same as Lawrence Ati-Zigi. 8 goals, 1.8 goals conceded per game, the highest of the goalkeepers I'm going to talk about. He has 3 clean sheets and 3 errors leading to goals. So yeah, so he has been complicit in getting his team to concede some goals there. Not to say that means that he's not fitting to get into the national team, but right now I think Jojo Wollacott, in my opinion, if I was the one or the head coach, would be the number 1 in the post. The last person I'm going to talk about would probably be ahead of him because of the number of clean sheets and errors leading to goal. But Jojo Wollacott in the past, especially in the World Cup qualifiers, the 2022, the last World Cup, has been in inspiring form. It was in inspiring form at the time. We hope that he brings that spirit back. Since that finger injury, he hasn't been the same. He moved to High Benin and then now Crowley Town. Playing time, few and far between. 24 games so far this season is quite a good amount of number for him. We hope and wish that he gets more playing time and we're able to utilize him a bit more. 24 games this season is not a bad number to have at this halfway point of the season. One of our better goalkeepers when Ati-Zigi is not having his best of days. We hope that Jojo Wollacott does shine for the Ghana Black Stars in the World Cup qualifiers. My next and final goalkeeper I'll talk about is one with AZ Alkmaar. He is in the person of Rome Jaden Owusu-Oduro. He has played 17 games this season for his club side, 1.1 goals conceded per game. He has 6 clean sheets, and he has errors leading to goal. This is a young man who is 20 years of age. The other 2 goalkeepers are both 28 years. He is someone who would be coming in fresh, and the reason why probably he would not be started, it will be take a brave man to start him, is because of his inexperience and because of what is at stake. A friendly game would have been a perfect playing ground for him to try himself out and see how well he does in the team. But playing for the Ghana Black Stars in your first game, being a World Cup qualifier, especially following a campaign in African Cup of Nations qualifier in which Ghana did not qualify, is going to be a tough one, and I don't think they will put him through this if they do call him even. So yeah, the 3 goalkeepers that I'll be calling if I were Toado in the technical team: Ati-Zigi and Jojo Wollacott for short, and Rome Jaden Owusu-Oduro. These 3 guys would be in there for me. Danlad Ibrahim gets a shout. Frederick Hasari, Kumasi Asante Kotoko have not been utilizing him anymore. Danlad Ibrahim is enjoying life in the Ethiopia League. Not a bad season so far, currently on break after the first half of the season. So yeah, it's 3 goalkeepers for me. These are the 3 goalkeepers I would call up: Ati-Zigi, Jojo Wollacott, and Owusu-Oduro. So we'll see how that one goes on that front. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box. Which goalkeepers would you be calling if you were in my shoes? The Black Stars itinerary starts in March, Chad, then Madagascar. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day.